in the topic arithmetic progression, exercise 5.1. A few more questions are there of the type, which of the following are in APs? There are two parts in the question. First part is, which of the following are in AP? Point number 1, if they form an AP, find the common difference. If they find an AP, find the common difference. See, let us see here, the first term is 1. The first term is 1, second term is 3, third term is 9. Let us check out the difference between the two successive terms. A2 minus A1 is 3 minus 1. Then 3 minus 1 is how much? 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. Then again A3 minus A2. A3 minus A2, that means 9 minus 3. It is equal to how much? 6. Say the difference between the second and the first term and the difference between the third and the second term are not equal. 3 minus 1 is 2, 9 minus 3 is 6, and even 27 minus 9 will not be equal to these common differences. Therefore, it is not in AP. If it is in AP, then what you should do? Write more terms. Why should I write more terms? Because it is not in AP. So, what I can say, second term minus first term is not equal to third term minus second term, and therefore it is not in AP. It is not in AP. If it is in AP, then there is the question of writing the next term. If it is not in AP, no need to do that. Similarly here, directly I hope you can do it now. Second term minus first term, let us see. If you want, you can systematically write A1, A2, A3. Otherwise, let me go directly also, because you should know all the methods. A square minus A squared minus A. I can write it as A into bracket A minus 1. Second term minus first term. Third term minus second term. Third term minus second term. Third term minus second term is how much? A cube minus A square. A cube minus A square. A square I will take common, A minus 1. Again, if you go for third term, fourth term minus third term, you will get A cube common into A minus 1. You will say, sir, it is very simple, sir, we can tell the next term. See, whether you are able to tell the next term or not, that is not the problem. Whether it is in AP or not, that is the problem. If it has to be in the AP, then the difference of the successive terms should be equal. That is, A2 minus A1 should be equal to A3 minus A2 should be equal to A4 minus A3. You will very easily say, sir, 1 into 3, 3, 3 into 3, 9, 9 into 3, 27, 27 into 3, 81, 81 into 3, 243. See, you can tell the next term, but the question says, if they form an AP, find the common difference and then write the next term. That means if it is not in AP, even if you know it also, you need not write. Here also you can say, sir, A is there, A square is there, A cube is there, A raised to 4 is there, A raised to 5 will come, A raised to 6 will come. Yes, I too know it. Did I say that I don't know? I too know it. But again my condition says, if it is in AP, then find the next term. If it is not in AP, needless to waste your energy. Now here also same thing, root 3, root 6, root 9. See here, A2 minus, so I can conclude here, A2 minus A1 is not equal to A3 minus A2. Therefore, it is not in AP. Similarly, I think even if I don't tell also, you can say very easily, sir, root A2 minus A1 is root 6 minus root 3. Root 6 minus root 3, and next what? A3 minus A2 is root 9 minus root 6. Don't say root 6 minus root 3 is root 3. No. Some students tend to do that. If they write like this, it is wrong. It is wrong. They use this simple common sense. Sir, root 6 minus root 3 is root 3, sir. Root 9 minus root 6 is root 3, sir. Root 12 minus root 9 is root 3, sir. Hence it is in AP. No. Then they will say, sir, next term is root 15, root 18, root 21. You can tell the next term, but condition is again, if it is in AP, then find the next term. So don't do it. So what I can say here, second term minus first term is not equal to third term minus second term, and therefore it is not in AP. It is not in AP. Then you will say, sir, this is also not in AP, sir. Okay, let me check it out. I too don't know whether it is in AP or not, but let me check out. How to check out? This is root 2. Root 8 can be written as 4 multiplied by 2. Root 18 can be written as 9 multiplied by 2. Root 32 can be written as 16 multiplied by 2. If I solve it, then this becomes root 2. Then this becomes 2 root 2. This becomes 3 root 2. This becomes 4 root 2, so on and so forth. You will say, sir, next term is 5 root 2, I know it. Next term is 6 root 2, I know it. Next term is 7 root 2, I know it. Next term is 8 root 2, I know it. But let me check whether it is in AP or not. Let us see what is the difference between the second term and the first term. Second term is 2 root 2. Minus first term is 1 root 2. So 2 times of root 2 minus 1 times of root 2 is 1 root 2. Third term minus second term is 3 root 2. 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2, 1 root 2. Again, if you want, fourth term minus third term is root 2. This is root 2, difference is root 2, this difference is also root 2, this difference is also root 2. So, the difference between the successive terms are equal. If the difference between the successive terms are equal, they are in AP. That means A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A2. Therefore, it is in AP. It is in AP. Now the question is not over. If it is in AP, write more terms. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want fifth term. So fifth term will be equal to, see here, fourth term is 4 root 2. Fifth term will be equal to 5 root 2. 5 root 2 means how I can write? This 5 I can write it as square root of 25 into 2. 5 can be written as square root of 25 into 2. Again, if I take the square root of 25, I will get 5. So this becomes 25 into 2 is root 50. If I want sixth term is 6 root 2. Then again, 6 can be written as 36 into 2. And 36 into 2 is how much? Root 72. Seventh term, if I want, it will be 7 root 2. It will be 7 root 2. That means 49 into 2. That is 98. If I want eighth term, 8 root 2. Then this 8 can be written as 64 into 2. That is under root 128. So children, you can write ninth term also. This is the systematic, methodic way to write it. So what I want to tell you is, even if you are able to write more terms, unless and until required, don't write it. Fine? and if it is in AP, then only you write it. Now let us go for the next problem, A, 2A, 3A, 4A. Let us see the difference between the two terms, successive terms. Second term minus first term. Second term is 2A, first term is 1A, the difference is A. The difference between successive third term, if I want, third term and second term, if I find out, 3A minus 2A. So 3A minus 2A. Again simple, it is A. Then again, if you find out fourth term minus third term, 1A. So every time you find the difference between the two successive terms, you are going to get A as the common difference. And if you are going to continuously get A as the common difference, that means it is in AP. So I can say, therefore it is in AP. It is in AP or arithmetic progression. If it is in AP, then find more terms. More terms means what? Fifth term I should find out. Fifth term, if I want to find out, it will be this fourth term plus common difference, that is fourth term plus common difference. What is the common difference? A, that is 4A plus 1A, that is 5A. Now you may ask, sir, why didn't you write the same thing here? You can write it. Here also if you want, you can write, what is it? Fifth term is equal to fourth term plus common difference. What is the fourth term here? Fourth term is 4 root 2 plus common difference is root 2, that is 4 root 2 plus 1 root 2 is 5 root 2. So that way you can write it, or directly also if you want you can write it. Sixth term is what? Fifth term plus common difference, that is A, that is equal to how much? 6A. Seventh term will be equal to what? 6A plus 1A. Eighth term will be equal to what? 7A plus 1A. So children, this is the way in which, so let me explain you once again. What we are doing is, some progressions are given to you. From that progression, you have to find out whether it is in AP or not. If it is in AP, find the common difference and write the next terms. So we have seen the first three cases where it was not in AP and we were able to write the next term. Now we are seeing the next two cases where we are able to find out that they are in AP and we can write the next term. Now here it is 1 square, 5 square, 7 square, that way. So if it is 1 square is 1, 5 square is 25, 7 square is 49 and this is 73, so on and so forth. Let us find out the difference between the second and the first term. Difference of the second and the first term is 25 minus 1 is 24. Third and the second term, third term minus second term. Third term is 49 minus 25. It is equal to how much? 24. Then again if you find out 73 minus 49, 24. So what I mean to say is, second term minus first term is equal to third term minus second term. And both common difference is what? The common difference is 24. So children, if you keep on adding 24 to the previous term, you will get the next term. 24 keep on adding. Now if I want fifth term, then fourth term plus 24, that is 73 plus 24. I hope you are smart enough to add it. 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 plus 2 is 9. If you want sixth term is 97 plus 24. So 7 plus 4 11, carry 1, 10 plus 1 2. So I think you are able to understand. 7 plus 4 is 11, carry 1, 9 plus 1 is 10, 10 plus 2 is 12. Seventh term if you want, fifth term plus 21, that means what? Fifth term plus 24, I'm sorry, common difference is 24. So it becomes 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 5, 2 plus 2 is 4, and 1 plus 1 is as it is 145. Eighth term if I want, eighth term is what? Seventh term plus 24, that is 145 plus 24, that is equal to 9, 6 and 1. So children, I hope you understood what is there to solve in this exercise. Series will be given to you. You have to check out the common difference and draw a conclusion whether it is in AP or it is not in